What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of the Captain Scarlett DLC, which is the first DLC for Borderlands 2 called Captain Scarlett and Her Pirate's Booty. The first episode I did on this DLC concluded with me acquiring Captain Blade's Rapier from the Message in a Bottle quest in the Hater's Folly map. While I was there, I also killed Sandman and Big Sleep to get the first piece of the compass, and when I did that, intel from Sandman let me know that the second piece of the compass is being held out on a caravan in Wormwater, and it's a Hyperion caravan. So because of that, I will be equipping my Corrosive Pimpernel and Corrosive Bone of the Ancients Relic, because we are going to have to fight 3 super badass loaders at the caravan location, which is always going to be just right over here from the ship, so long as you have the 2 Easy Pieces quests active. I choose to go south. You can go south or north, but I go south because that is the direction the sand skiff is pointed when you digistruct it. Now, because there are 3 super badass loaders up here, I recommend parking your sand skiff just a little off to the side so that the badass loaders do not blow it up. You will probably be unable to kill them with the sand skiff unless you had a bee on when you entered the sand skiff. So now there are dudes down here. I'm going to try to apply slag to them from afar and then run up and get some good executes on them that end up taking them out. Now, this is my first time playing Melee Zero in a little while, so I'm probably going to be a little bit rusty. You know, I've been playing Siren quite a bit recently and enjoying Siren as well. But because of that, I haven't played Melee Zero in a few days, and I may be a little out of practice. Not doing too well right now, for example. There is a super badass loader who's really kicking my ass with his little torque guns that I can't even see the bullets for whatever reason. But we still finished him off, and we'll be grabbing the compass piece and heading back towards Captain Scarlett. This is why I parked my sand skiff a little bit of ways, because even though I have to run back to the sand skiff, that's much better than my sand skiff being blown up and me having to run all the way to Captain Scarlett's or all the way over there to where their catch-a-ride is. After you've acquired the compass piece, there will be several exploders and gun loaders that are sent down in order to try to kill you as reinforcements. But you can just skip all those reinforcements if you really want to, and in this particular case I did, because I want to get back to Captain Scarlett so that I can get to the rust yards. Unfortunately, we do have to come back here and talk to Captain Scarlett. It's not too big of a deal. She doesn't take too long like Torque's grandma or anything. But we were already over there kind of where we needed to be, so it irritates me a little bit that we have to come all the way back here and talk to her. But I understand that they have to tell the story and everything.
But I know someone who might. His name is Herbert, and he lives out in the rust yards. Take that gift box over there.
I really like this DLC. Some people were critical of it, but I think it's the best and most enjoyable DLC in Borderlands 2 personally. Unfortunately, when you jump on the skiff and then try to get in the driver's seat, the animation will still show you climbing up from the ground. But, you know, I guess they can only program in so many animations into the game because of console limitations. So like I said, we're going to head back over towards where we fought the Hyperion caravan so that we can gain access to the rust yards. You can just run over any of the reinforcements that got sent over here. They aren't going to blow up your skiff too easily like sandworms would when you run over them. So it's kind of funny just to run over them and then kind of laugh at the ragdoll physics they display after that. I killed my sand skiff there just to gain a follow-through bonus and a little bit of extra movement speed so that I can get up towards the entrance to the rust yards a little bit quicker. There will be a raider skiff that usually jumps out there to try to shoot at you, and then there will be several turrets as well that try to shoot at you, but none of them really have a great line of sight on you, so you shouldn't have to worry too bad about that. Once you open the gate, there will be a super badass pirate that spawns, and I'm going to kill him again just to gain the follow-through bonus so I can get towards the rust yards. Now that we are at the Rust Yards, I am going to switch back to my Fire Pimpernel and Fire Bone of the Ancients so that for some enemies that aren't very melee friendly in this area, I will have a good ranged weapon option. Enemies that aren't melee friendly in this area include powder monkeys and anchormen. Powder monkeys because they can sometimes block and execute, kind of like a field rat or scavenger would in the main game. And also because they blow up sometimes due to the little powder kegs on their back and stuff. These pirate mercenaries are also really aggravating because they disappear, much like spider ant sappers do, which I am not a fan of in any way, shape, or form. Now, this particular area doesn't require us to kill all of these enemies, but, you know, I haven't played Melee Zero in a while, and I kind of want to make sure that by the time I get to the more difficult areas of the map that I'll be more than ready to deal with them. Sometimes you're able to kill powder monkeys strictly with chain lightning. Oh my god, this is a backpedaling. Oh, see, there's chain lightning, took him out, and then the additional grenades that popped out of him. So just, you know, those powder monkeys can be kind of aggravating. Obviously, barrels are also very aggravating, and I recommend taking them out from afar if you see them from a distance, because they can really pose problems for Melee Zero. Another powder monkey up here. I'll try to shoot him with the pimpernel, take him out so that I don't have to waste a deception on him or anything. See if I can show you what I mean about the powder monkey blocking the execute. Didn't work there, but maybe it will before the end of the map. Here's what I mean about the anchormen not being melee friendly. Excellent. Took out some of those dudes there. It is actually necessary to kill these guys because otherwise the gate to get to the next part of the map won't open. Those pirate mercenaries are very aggravating because they disappear. I think I had brought that up. But anytime an enemy disappears, it really aggravates me. Especially the spider ant sappers in Digistruct Peak. Wow, that second anchorman didn't slag even after 2 slag pimpernel shots. That is pretty stupid. But, you know, such is the case of percentage chance sometimes, I guess. Now there will be 3 plunderers that are basically just lunatics that spawn here. They're not too hard to kill. But the next little area of this map is we'll be inside this boat up here, and the textures inside will not be great for stripping our shield. There will also be a super badass pirate that spawns right over here, and because of that, I try to draw him towards this middle platform and then get a good execute on him. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. Looks like right now he's not jumping down towards the middle platform. Alright, so we took him out, and we'll be moving on because we don't need to kill any more enemies in this area. Hopefully they don't kill us as we climb this ladder, and we'll be moving on. Excellent. Now this next area, again, we don't have to kill any of the enemies over here. There is a quest that eventually requires us to kill Toothless Terry over there, but because of that, you know, the rest of these enemies aren't really necessary to kill. So I'm going to kill one for a follow-through bonus, and then be moving on towards the next part of this map. It should be noted that when you jump into the sand down there, an anchorman will jump down from the ceiling, and sometimes he can kind of ambush you. There will be some spider ants over here that we're probably going to skip as well because they are also inconsequential. May kill 1 or 2 for a follow-through bonus though. I like the way we get up to Herbert's shack. We use this actual little anchor winch to gain, elevation here, because this ship is caught between the two sides of this ravine, which I guess we're assuming we're eventually filled with water, because why else would there be, ships stranded everywhere? Some more spider ants up here that aren't exactly necessary to kill, but I'm going to kill them anyway. Oh wow, the guy didn't end up slagged after my kunai, unfortunately. Now that he's slagged, he kind of looks like these slagged centurion ants in District Peak, which are very, very, very irritating enemies, much like the spider ant sappers, which we just saw one of them over there as well. The slag centurion ants are really, really bad for Melee Zero because they make it so you can't strip your shield, otherwise you'll kill yourself, which is obviously undesirable. I don't like that cutscenes are rendered at a lower resolution than I play at, but again, console limitations and whatnot.
I can taste her scent on you. She wants the last.
He does have a fairly developed and fleshed out shrine to Scarlett over there. Pretty creepy. See it? Gross. You don't have to wait till Herbert is done talking to go ahead and start moving on. You can just kind of get a move on right away. I'd like to gain a follow-through bonus off that guy, but he's kind of far away, so screw it. There will be dudes up here to gain a follow-through bonus off of. Again, some of these spider ants, they're not really enemies that are super consequential to kill or anything. So if you're killing them, you're just doing it basically for fun or kill skills or survivability, etc. Ooh, 2 spider ant sappers. I guess they're called blazing spider ants outside of Digistruct Peak. Either way, they're still irritating. Alright, so we're crossing the bridge now. The tapes are apparently on this boat, but, as you probably know, once you get to the boat, it's going to spread them out a little bit around the map. And there's some good map design going on here, because once you gain all of the echo recordings, it puts you right back where Herbert was, which is good stuff. So as you can see, that blew up, and now the tapes are scattered all across. Gain the follow-through bonus there to get back over to this tape way over there. I would maybe try to gain a follow-through bonus off those spider ants if they weren't those stupid blazing spider ants that I don't want to deal with right now. Excellent. So now we've gathered the first of Herbert's tapes, which are all very, very creepy.
You also got a nice chest. Your face is okay too. No, 6 syllables, tights. Oh, it's ruined. God damn it.
Alright, so there are going to be 2 Anchormen when this gate drops, much like there were earlier in the map. You can use your pimpernel to deal extra damage on these guys before you charge in to try to get the melee on these guys, or until they bring you in and try to get their melee on you. This is also where we will pick up the message in a bottle quest for this particular map. It's right over, like, way over there, I guess. And we're going to kill some of these dudes before we actually go do that, because we don't want to get overextended or anything. The ladder and stairs. Very redundant.
Why ain't you running?
Didn't have Royd, but we were still able to kill that guy. So that's good. Alright, so now I'm going to go grab the message in a bottle quest. The hardest part about this quest is accepting the quest, because you have to come way over here and kind of grab it like that. Otherwise you won't be able to get it. And that's kind of irritating sometimes. Now our goal is to climb all the way up this and get up to the top so that we can get the next echo recording or tape, whatever you want to call it. We're going to switch our quest back to that quest so that we don't accidentally miss any of those particular tapes. The Crazy About You tapes, I should say. Now, this is probably the hardest part of the map because we have to work our way up towards this turret up here. It's somewhere up here. I guess it hasn't spawned in yet or something, I don't know. Either way, there are going to be several enemies on the way up there, including some badass pirates, that can cause us some issues and or death, which we obviously want to avoid. I don't know where that guy was going, but because of him, I had to retreat down the, I guess, I don't know what you call it, ship a little bit. Man, those pirate mercenaries are absolutely pitiful with the way they disappear and show up behind you. I guess that's how enemies feel when they are fighting Zero, though. Alright, so now we'll start getting to these super badass pirates up here. I like to wait until I have a full deception as opposed to charging these guys because they are a little bit tougher, you know what I mean? They're badass enemies for a reason. They have more health, higher damage, etc. Wow, so I wasn't able to strip my shield on that texture up there, and because of that I had to retreat again, which is irritating because that's not what I wanted to do. But I did throw 2 grenades down at the ground there in order to try to strip my shield, and it didn't work. Luckily my shield was already stripped this time and we were able to kill them. Now we have 2 more enemies and a turret, I think, to take out. Definitely have to watch out because the turret can definitely kill you if you're not careful. So I guess just 1 more enemy and 1 turret, but we were able to kill it. There's a chest back here that I didn't know about until just a couple days ago when I was playing this map as Maya and decided to check. You know, even though I don't, you know, farm for my gear most of the time, I just use gibbed and stuff. It's still nice to know where the chests are because quite a few people like to know and stuff and take farming a little bit more seriously than I do. And it's just good to know where all the chests are. So up here there's going to be several spider ants that we're going to have to deal with, and we're getting pretty close to the end of the map and getting back to Herbert, which is a good thing, because this episode's probably running a little bit long at this point. Kind of a lengthy section of this DLC, but it's pretty cool as well. So, whatever. I hope you guys liked it. Luckily, we're through the meat of the map at this point. We don't have any more pirate or super badass pirates or cursed pirates or any of that to fight. There's going to be 2 more anchormen actually up on this ship, and 1 more turret, and then just a load of spider ants.
Today, Scarlett caught a crewman stealing from her. She's
so we grabbed the Herbert tape there, and we also are going to grab the Captain Blade item here, which is going to be his idol, or Captain Blade's auto-idol relic, and that just restores health upon kill. And it's not a very good relic because there are so many better ways to recover health in this game.
I promised myself I'd let him kill me, but I couldn't let it.
Alright, so I'm going to kill 1 of these spider ants just for a follow-through bonus, but I'm going to leave some of the other ones down here. There's no real need to kill them all, unless you want to.
They finally met. The fearsome Captain Blade.
I think the last tape, yeah, is right here on this little platform. Alright, so there's going to be some spider ants down here, including 1 blazing spider ant, which I really have a disdain for, but, you know, we'll try to get it killed with kunai, I guess. He went underground before we were able to kill him. That is awfully aggravating. There we go, we killed him. So there are a couple anchormen up here as well as a turret, and we'll take these out. And oops, I don't have my corrosive pimpernel equipped because I have my fire pimpernel equipped. Alright, took out the gun turret, couple anchormen, and a couple spider ants, and then we'll be finished with this. And so that's basically going to be the end of this episode, guys. I know it probably ran a little bit longer than some of my normal episodes do, but I hope you guys stuck with me. If you haven't yet, please take the time to subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And the next episode will pick up where this episode is going to end, with us returning to Herbert and shooting the little box that he's keeping the compass piece in, and then finding out that we need to go to the Washburn refinery in order to repair this compass, which is aggravating because you know, even the first time I was playing through this, I was like, I don't want to shoot that lock. You know, like, we can figure out a way to open that lock because it's going to compromise the compass inside. However, you know, it gives us access to the Washburn refinery, which is pretty cool.
Found the tapes? Once you deliver those with the last piece of the compass, Scarlett will have to take me back. The last compass piece is in that chest.
Alright, so we'll try to shoot it from like an angle that wouldn't break the compass piece. Now we'll look inside, and the compass piece is ruined. Bummer.
Your shot destroyed the last piece of the legendary compass.
Alright, so we're going to turn this quest in and probably save and quit after that, because I'm pretty much done playing for now. So I do thank you guys very much for watching, and like I said, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Otherwise, you know, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.